Hello, myself Murali Diguta, contract lecturer in mechanical engineering, GMR Polytechnic Woodlore. Now I am going to discuss strength of material. The subject is strength of material. In the subject, strength of material is the subject which deals with how solid bodies react when subject to various types of loading. We consider solid bodies like bars loaded longitudinally, beams subjected to bending, shafts subjected to torsions, and so on. No, so now in the simple strength of material, the first chapter is simple stresses and strains. In this class, we are going to discuss introduction of the stresses and strains and various types of materials, then loads and types of loads. Materials which we come across many may be classified into elastic, plastic and rigid materials. The term materials is used more narrowly to refer to substances or components with certain physical properties. Materials are the substances which contain certain matter. Now the materials are useful for the engineering applications, such as first one is the structure of multi-storied buildings, second one an aircraft, third one an spacecraft, fourth one a missile, fifth one components of machine tool, etc. Classification of materials. Materials are broadly classified into metals and its alloys, and second one is the non-metals. Coming to the examples of metals and its alloys: iron, copper, aluminium, steel, etc. The examples of non-metals: wood, glass, rubber, plastic, etc. Various engineering materials. The next topic is the various engineering materials: elastic materials and plastic materials. The elastic materials: an elastic material undergoes a deformation when subjected to an external loading such that the deformation disappears on the removal of loading. And the plastic materials: a plastic material undergoes a continuous deformation during the period of loading, and the deformation is permanent and the material does not regain its original dimension on the removal of the loading. And next one is the rigid materials. A rigid materials does not undergo any deformation when subjected to external loading. Strength of materials. Strength of material is a subject which deals with how solid bodies react when subjected to various types of loading. It also deals with the behavior of bodies under the action of external loads. The deformation under the load is of a major interest to find out whether or not given member fails under the load. Now, load. Any external force acting on the body is called load. There are different types of loads according to the action of the force. So the first one is the external force, maybe dead weight, weight not in motion. The dead weight is not in motion, the weight is acts at a particular position on the body. That is, example is load hanging to crane, etc. Frictional force due to relative motion. The frictional force, the force acting on a body or whatever it may be, it is in relative motion. Examples are bearings, clutches, belts, etc. Inertia force. Inertia force is the force is due to change of momentum. Examples are reciprocating parts of an engine. Centrifugal force due to rotation. The centrifugal occurs and due to rotation. Examples are cranks, pulleys, flywheels. Next, according to the types of loads may be classified as according to the manner of application, according to the nature of application, and according to the effect of produced. The types of loads according to the manner of application: point or concentrated loads. Points or concentrated loads. Load acting over a small area is concentrated as point or concentrated load. It is expressed in Newton or kilonewton. Now you can observe the figure. A beam, a fixed beam, you observe the fixed beam, a point at a particular point, the load acting at a particular point. This type of load acting any beam or any manner, any member is point load. And now distributed load. Load distributed over an area or along the length of beam, column, whatever it may be. Distributed load. A load may be uniformly or non-uniformly. The load may be uniform load, means 5, 10, 15 or etc. so on, or non-uniformly distributed along the length or over an area. It is expressed in Newton per meter square or Newton per meter. Now you can observe the in figure 2. In first figure, left side figure, you will observe that the uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load means throughout the length of the beam, the load is uniformly at particular area. And uniformly varying load is at particular area to area. The load is varying from cross section area, from area to area. According to the nature of application: static load and dynamic load. Increase the load from 0 to certain value and remain constant during entire time of their applications. Example: self weight of machine element. And dynamic load, it refers to impact or falling load, or some in these cases when a certain weight is falling from certain height, that is this type of load is dynamic load, in which time duration is small fraction of second. Hammer blows or nails into the wall. Examples is traffic crossing the bridge. Now, according to the effect produced: tensile load. If the action of load is to increase the length of the structural member, then the applied load is tensile load. Compressive load. If the action of axial load is to shorten the length of member, the member is said to be compression. and the applied load is compressive load. Now you will observe in the diagram figure 4 a floor. In between the load and the floor you will observe a member that will be affected the load, so it will be shorten the length or area of the beam, so that the load acting under the member is compressive load. Shear load. Load acts perpendicular to the axis of structural member. It tends to slide the surface with respect to another or to cut apart. Now you will observe in the figure 5 that the load acts perpendicular to the axis of the structural member, so it will shear off or sometimes it may be cut the part. This type of load is occurred in that member is shear load. Torsional load. The load which tends to twist a member. Now you can, in this diagram you will observe a spanner or wrench, a socket, a extension rod is observed in that member, a drilling machine or a wrench, whatever it may be, you can twist or rotation will be observed in that observed to make a load on that figure. That is the type of load acting on that member is torsional load. Bending load. It is transverse load tending to bend the structural member. Now you observe the figure. Bending two sides, both sides are fixed one, and the particular point of load acting at the middle of the beam. So it may be tends to bend, or bending occurred in the middle of the span of the beam. So this type of load is bending load. Thank you one and all.